Yo, 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 what is going on, man? We are back for another episode of the Steagles Podcast. This is episode number 15. And last week we took a little break. I personally was not feeling well. And, you know, it's Thanksgiving week. We spent time with our families. And I used that time to recover and get myself back because I am a busy man and I need to be out there. I do not have a replacement. So I'm so happy to say I'm feeling good, bro. It's nice to see you again.
I'm glad that you feel better.
I feel like we went on a hiatus there, but we are back. We are back. And this is episode number 15. We'll be covering week number 12 slightly and then 13. And you know how we're going to do with that, man. You guys know what time it is. This is the Steagles Podcast where we talk
all Steelers,
all Eagles, all NFL. Let's go, baby.
Let's get it.
All right, man. So obviously, I just want to take the lead with this one because this was a big game. On last episode, we recorded Eagles-Chiefs. We won 21-17. I didn't think the score was going to be 21-17, or did I? I can't remember what I predicted, but as the game was coming forward, I did not think that it was going to be that low a score, and I maybe thought it would have been higher, like similar to the Bills-Eagles, which we'll talk here shortly. But
you said that we're going to win by 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, I did say that.
Right. So
it did not happen.
I think you predicted a high-scoring game.
Yeah.
But you were not the only one. Most people probably predicted the same thing.
Yeah. And
it was a great game, though.
It did not fail me. Like that
even
game.
Even though it was not a high-scoring game, it was an
awesome game.
It was crazy, though.
It was an awesome game.
A lot of crazy drops, too.
A lot of drop passes. We were talking about people dropping passes over there, and boy, were they dropping passes with the Chiefs. I believe the Chiefs lead the league in drop passes, too, which is wild to even think about.
Now, remember that because I was saying, well, these receivers from the Chiefs, and you said, can you name one? And I'm like, no, but you're going to know their name after the game. We know their name, but for bad reasons, though.
Exactly.
So you were right.
You're right.
I was expecting for some of them, or at least one of them, to show up at least a little bit, but nobody did. And then other than Kelsey, of course.
And Kelsey got locked down, bro.
Right. I mean, he got double coverage and
they were bracking. They were bracking him too.
So
like
that's understandable.
We did a great job. We did a great job with that. I did not think we were going to contain him like we did. So, like, for us to do that and then still win the game and then have those crucial turnovers that we needed, like the interception in the end zone, the red zone, and then the fumble on Travis Kelsey, which I thought was amazing from Roby, who we just signed a few weeks ago before the trade deadline.
He doesn't fumble a lot, right?
No, he fumbles once a year. Once a year. I think he averages once a year. That was the one.
Clutch play. And then you're not having like a big impact in the game because, you know, they won't let you. And then when you have a chance, you fumble the ball. That's, you know, pretty hard. And it's like devastating for him and for the team.
It is, especially when this was a big game for everybody. And what was more impressive was that we didn't beat them at the Link. We beat them at Arrowhead. Right. Which is one of the loudest stadiums. They have some of the best fans in the world. Right. So for us to go over there and handle business, like some real champs, and then come back. Even though we didn't win last year, I still consider us champs because we just got that mentality. We got championship mentality.
Looking like it though, NFC champs though still.
And the scary part was that the game before that, I think it was Dallas, right? We were trailing halftime by 3, right? And then the game before that, we were trailing by 10 to the Washington Commanders. So the Chiefs was the third game that we were trailing at halftime, and we came back and won the game.
Right. And of course, you don't want to be in that position. No. But you want the same results at the end, though. Yeah. You want to win regardless. And showing that you can be in a tough situation and then overcome that. I've been saying it. The Eagles are stacked. Talent-wise, they're great, and they have ballers in every position. Yeah. Basically in every position. So they are stacked. It's a matter of playing their best at the right time. And if they do that, there should be no competition. Now, the Chiefs might be the team that they face in the Super Bowl if they make it to the Super Bowl. Right. And we saw that there are evenly matched because it was not a blowout. No. You know what I'm saying?
The Chiefs defense is like that.
They're good. Oh yeah,
it's like that.
It's not like back in the day. The Chiefs were like just a straight offense.
And
explosive plays. And now the defense is pretty good. Now, you know, those receivers from the Chiefs, though, super disappointing. If they don't get that right, they're not going to make it to the Super Bowl. Yeah. I think we saw that.
Yeah. I feel like they need that defense now. At this point, with the older Travis Kelsey, right. I think Mahomes hasn't dropped off. Mahomes is still Mahomes. But with Kelsey getting harder, pause. Hold on. With Kelsey getting older, is making it a lot harder for him to continue to be explosive and do what he can put up the numbers he used to, which he still could do it. But when we play him like we do now with double coverage and bracket him, it's a lot harder for him to get those opportunities. Yeah,
nobody can
so far. We haven't had a wide receiver go crazy other than CeeDee Lamb did go crazy on us back in when we played Dallas, but you know what happened that game?
Right,
they still lost. Right, so that's Dak played great. CD played great.
Still didn't win.
Still lost the game. So to me, that's irrelevant. But yeah, this matchup was amazing. I know there was a lot of drop passes, a lot of crying about referees missing calls and bullshit like that, which we'll get to that in a second.
Coming back behind, it was 17-7. They shut him down the second half.
And the other thing was
right.
We were down. It was 17-7. We were down 10 in the second half.
So they didn't score it the second half.
They did not. We shut them out.
Who does that though? You know
0.
what I'm saying? Who does that?
But in that game, they had 3 straight games of not scoring in the second half, the Chiefs. So they were already having that issue before they even played us.
A lot of people can do that.
Yeah, it was crazy. I don't know. They was having some issues. It's the wide receivers. I'm telling you, it was the wide receivers.
No.
I'm not going to blame Mahomes because Mahomes put the ball where he needed to put it.
We saw it. And
versus
like I said,
us, and they dropped it.
And like I said, I was expecting in that game against the Eagles for them to show up. That's why I said we're going to know their names because they're going to make plays. They didn't, and we know some of them, but they haven't. Rice last game showed up.
Rasheed Rice is probably their number one, and he's not necessarily a number one. He's like I would say he'll be a solid number 2 right now. On most teams he'd be a solid number 2. I don't think he's a real number one.
No, he's not great.
Rookie still.
He's not great. The thing is, like, they have to just step up their game, all of them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, and just contribute and just be decent at least. You know what I'm saying? Be a professional player. You're not supposed to be dropping passes, important passes on the best team with the best quarterback.
Yeah.
Get him out of there.
Get him out of there. There's no way you can put him in that situation.
Get him out of there.
You guys are wasting that man's prime.
A lot of people can make those catches. Yeah. A lot of people can make those catches. So get him out.
I don't like Juju, but Juju would have been making those catches.
Juju's better than all of them. Yeah. And Juju, I'm glad we got rid of him because he's just weird.
He's a crazy guy, but I will give it to him. He is better than all those wide receivers on that team as far as consistency.
No, he is better than them in everything.
Yeah,
I'll say. And once again, what happened to Juju?
He's with the Patriots on a horrible team. Shout out to do we still want to give him shout outs? I'm just kidding.
Not yet.
Kev, all love, man. Shout out to the Patriots. You guys are working to get that number 1 pick, But yeah, so Eagles, Chiefs. I was happy with the outcome. It was a hell of a game. It did not fail to exceed my expectations. I other than the 2 touchdowns, I think it was a great game. And another game where we did not play our best ball and we still won versus the defending champs. That's something that people need to think about.
Right.
All right. But enough on Eagles, Chiefs. Great game, guys. Let me know what you think about the Eagles, Chiefs on the down low if you're watching this on YouTube. But next game we have to talk about Steelers, Browns. Wow, you guys did lose 13-10. You guys won that game, in my opinion.
Don't say that ever again, please, because I'm going to be like...
You won the game because you finally had the game that pushed the domino effect and made that Matt Canada get...
That's a good comeback.
That's the only way you won that game. Like, obviously you didn't win the game.
Something positive came out of it that we finally decide.
They had enough. That was the game where they said we had enough. And you've been calling this all season. You've been asking for him to get fired.
Everybody has been.
Everybody.
Yep.
But when I think of that, I think of you, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely. I've been saying the same thing. We've been saying the same thing.
Yeah.
America has been saying. Even teams, even fans from other teams, they know. You know what I'm saying? Like, it makes no sense.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Finally you made some changes, but you wasted a lot of time. So when it's something that everybody knows, the damage is there. You could have maybe won some games, but not only that now you gotta look at them kind of like suspect. Like, what are your intentions? What are your motivation? Because this is a decision that should have been made a long time ago.
Yeah.
Now, the bad thing is that even with that move, we see that it's not like, from
on offense,
day and night.
Nothing changed. You guys scored 3 more points without him.
Right.
So, I agree 100%.
So going back to this Browns game, I picked the Steelers to win, and I remember me saying, yeah, but we can probably lose this game against the backup quarterback. That's what I said.
Well, to me, it was. I think my point on that game was more so the Browns' defense was really good, and your defense was really good. So it was going to be a battle of defenses, and obviously it was. It was 13-10. So I was correct on that. However, I thought if there was going to be a 3, if somebody was going to win by 3, it would have been you guys, because I think offensively you guys might have a couple better weapons.
Yeah, definitely.
But I don't know, man.
And then he's a rookie quarterback, right? Against a.
Yeah, it was Dorian Thompson. It was Dorian Thompson, right? It wasn't PJ. PJ already been in the league for 1 year, I think. This would be his second year, but the other one is
it's a rookie.
Is a rookie, yeah.
Pretty sure.
Yeah, he's a rookie.
So
DTR.
Just more of the same thing. More of the same thing. Defense cannot tackle. They cannot cover. So it wasn't a good game. Another good game, but a backup quarterback you should beat. If you are a team that, if you're a real contender, you got to beat the Browns with their backup quarterback. If not, get him out of there. So they still in that trash category, basically.
I believe didn't the Broncos just beat them? I think the Broncos just beat the Browns, yeah.
Right.
I think. Let me go double check that, but I'm pretty sure the Broncos beat them.
Yes, they did, but, we've seen the matter. You see, I'm already upset. If the Broncos play the Steelers, who wins?
Right now?
Yeah.
The Broncos. I would say that right now because they're on a 5-game win streak. Russell Wilson is not turning over the ball. And the biggest part about that Broncos team is that defense. They are almost up there with the Dallas Cowboys as far as forcing turnovers.
Right.
They're punching the ball out. They're ripping the ball out. Yeah. They're picking. They are forcing turnovers, and that's a part of why they've on this 5-game winning streak. You're not turning over the ball, and you're getting turnovers. That was our case last year with the Eagles when we was getting more turnovers than we were giving the turnovers. So we were winning a lot of games. So I feel like that's what they're doing now after that 70-point ass whooping that woke them up. That's what they've been doing consistently lately. So if I had to pick right now, I would give a slight edge to the Broncos, right? But I only give them a slight edge because the Steelers defense is like that too. Like, no doubt. I have to assume that they're going to come in there and wreak some havoc on Russell Wilson.
Right.
However, I feel like with him not turning, with Russell Wilson is a better quarterback right now than Kenny Pickett. So that's the slight advantage that I'm giving as well.
That's a big advantage though, because and they were talking already trash about Russell Wilson, like he was the worst quarterback ever. He was overrated. And he is balling though, so he's better than a lot of people.
Yeah, he's definitely top 10 quarterback right now.
Right. But and that's my point with the Broncos. That's why I asked you, because any good team should beat the Steelers because they're like incompetent in some areas. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like we're gonna talk about the last game in a little bit, but incompetent. That means that you cannot even do what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
Like you cannot do it, bro.
You can't have a low scoring offense like that and expect to get too far and even to make the playoffs, which you guys might, but even getting further in the playoffs, you can't score 10, 16 points and expect to win.
So when I say incompetent, it's like not in one play or in one area. It's like in so many areas, so many players, so many concepts. Yeah. I'm like, bro, y'all messing up big time. Having a decent roster.
Yeah.
Decent roster. The reason I was positive or optimistic during the preseason, it was not because preseason games matter. You know what I'm saying? It was because I was seeing players doing stuff. Yeah. And you know what I'm saying? And plays being called. And, just a different attitude. But when you go to the field, I don't see anything. I don't see any loss. Fitzpatrick, he's out. Michael, right? Fitzpatrick?
Yeah, Minka Fitzpatrick. Yeah, he was sidelined last game, yeah.
And he is like one of the best players in the league, though.
Mm-hmm.
He's one of the
highest paid, one of the best, yeah.
So he, that makes a difference, but still, yeah.
I would say, to me, again,
any good team is going to beat them. That's my whole point, though. Yeah. Even the Broncos, that we consider that they were trash.
They were trash, but they're no longer trash.
We were saying they were dirt. Yeah. I would say they were dirt.
Yeah.
And if they play the Steelers right now, the way that the Steelers play most of the time, bro, we're gonna. If
you told me that this team at week 6 they were 1-5, you were telling me that they're gonna go on a 5-game winning streak and have a chance. I would put my house, if I owned the house, I would put my house.
Nobody.
I can't remember. We made a bet about me putting my house on a game.
I think you lost though. So why are we here? Is that what happened?
I forgot what the bet was. I forgot I gotta start smoking so much, but I forgot what the bet was, bro.
No.
But yeah, no. So yeah.
I remember the bet.
So in that week, let me pull up the scores to see what other games we might want to talk about real quick. But to me, the Steelers,
Against the Browns, losing to the Browns.
They lose that game. However, it was a divisional game, which you guys needed because you guys had the same record at the time, I think. So that would have been crucial for you guys. Of course. However, you guys made it easier on fucking the Ravens now to just hold on to that division.
And then the Broncos beat the Browns, right? So we would have been like at least one game ahead of them.
Yeah.
Now we tied. You know what I'm saying? So they mess up. That's a big opportunity. And then we lost by 3 points.
Well, while we're talking on this, let me. I'm gonna pull up Pickett's stat. I'm just very curious right now. I'm very curious on his stats.
Okay, so here we go. You know the passes hitting the ground? When I say passes hitting the ground, I don't mean drops. I mean the pass hit the ground before anybody touches the ball. You don't see that.
Yeah.
You don't see that.
He's 15 for 28 with 106 yards, no touchdowns, no interceptions. So I got to give it to him. No interceptions.
No dub.
However, 15 out of 28, that's a slight more. Actually, you're right under the. Are you under or over? No, you might be a little over the 50% mark at 106 yards. Jaylen Warren had 9 carries for 130 yards.
And
I did not know that.
Game. Oh, yeah. But we've been talking about it. Warren is a solid player.
130?
Undrafted. Solid player. Finally, Harris is waking up, and he's playing a lot better. So them two together, and I talked about that like 2 weeks ago. I said, if it gets to the winter playoff time and, we're running the ball, bro, those two are going to be a problem. Yeah. That's the only bright thing.
Yeah.
And Fitzpatrick, if he comes back,
yeah.
Him and Watt, of course, those two players are, Hall of Famers.
Yeah.
They're Hall of Famers for sure. And those two running backs, decent. The quarterback,
I think you guys.
I don't trust him at all.
Kenny Pickett at most is probably
any game just because of him.
He's probably a serviceable backup quarterback in my opinion. You guys. I think in that draft class, if you go back and look,
no, please,
there's no names.
Come on, bro.
What names did you see on there? I can't remember, but I don't remember any names where I was like, oh my god,
wrong one.
Yeah,
we picked. I know what you're saying, but bro, no, he's not it. He's not it. He's not it.
Well, one stat, and then we'll move on from this. But one stat that sticks out to me right
Garrett.
here.
I'm sorry, Miles Garrett. Oh my God.
What else? George Pickens had 4 receptions for 38 yards. Like that's I don't see a clear number 1 wide receiver here.
I got you, bro. On what? Their team?
On the Steelers. Like as far as stats wise, George Pickens 4 receptions, 38 yards.
All right, let's talk about that real quick. Here's the thing. Pickens, great talent. He could be Hall of Fame talent. I mean, he is Hall of Fame talent. I'm trying to tell you. He's just inconsistent and immature. He had made so many, like he had a touchdown a few weeks ago that it was so routine and so easy that if my players miss that, I know that they're not focusing or you're not concentrating and they're just lacking. You know what I'm saying? It's not because of talent. It would have been so easy for him to make the play. And this is every play matters. And this is like win or lose. You know what I'm saying? And it's important games. That's why I don't understand how you play like that. Yeah. So he just doesn't set his feet, and then it's not a touchdown. And then his stats look trash. But then he will moss people like nothing. He will go past by he will jump over 2 people like against the Jaguars. Talent-wise, he's Hall of Fame. For real. He just gotta,
stat-wise, you gotta put it together, yeah.
Mature so he can be a better player. And that takes time. And but the number one thing that they don't have is consistency. It's consistency. None of them. But Johnson, I've been saying since the first week. For some reason, he's always falling down. Yeah. He looks like weak. Well, you saw what he did last game. I don't know if we're going to talk about that.
Well, but if it's perfect, we'll segue to your last game, and then we'll talk about the Bills-Eagles at the end. So perfect segue. Yeah, go ahead and talk about your last game. So it was Steelers-Bengals. Steelers won 16-10. Take the floor.
Right. So same thing will translate to this game. You know what I'm saying? Those wide receivers are not ready. Are definitely not ready. But before that, last game, Pickett's first half, 34 yards. 34 yards in the first half, passing. I think that's a stat.
Well,
if you think about it, I don't even know if it's true, but it's possible.
Jalen Hurts
34 yards.
Jalen Hurts had 33 yards versus the Bills.
But they win. He's a winner. He runs. He does it. Come on. No.
That was just the first half, though. So it's a tale of two halves.
But they lost.
What do you do in the second half?
If you got 2 yards the first half, and then you win the game, bro, you a fucking winner. Gee, what's up? Nah, it's not the same thing. Because Hurts is winning. You can have 4 yards. Yeah. You can have, you know what I'm saying? Hurts, and if you win.
That's funny you're naming these yards because Hurts had 3 yards in the fourth quarter of the Dallas game, and we still won. So, to me,
please don't compare.
To me, it's more than just a quarterback. I'm not trying to say he's like Hurts, and I'm not trying to say he's doing comeback victories, right? But
it's not because of him.
There's a lot more that goes into that, especially when you have a team and you're down like that, you had a bad half. Where's the leaders? Where are the captains? Where are the people that's motivating the team and keeping them in ready to go, letting them know this game's not over, Bruce, right?
Okay.
Because that's what Hurts does for us, and that's why I feel like he should be MVP because you can't measure that, right? You can just see it.
And everybody in the league knows that he is that guy.
He is the best leader in the league.
And what you're saying is like in the Steelers,
who's the guy?
It doesn't have to be the quarterback.
No.
It's not the quarterback. It cannot be the quarterback. So who is it?
Yeah.
So that's a really good point. It should be Fitzpatrick, and he's not there. So that's the only thing I'm going to say.
It's hard when
you're not playing.
You have to have one on defense and one on offense. But 100%. Yeah, that's true. Because
100%. You're speaking. You're
right,
preaching.
Because
you're preaching.
A safety not going to come motivate the offense to try to make a play. But it has to be somebody on that offense, whether it's an offensive lineman like Jason Kelsey to us. You know what I mean? We got a bunch of leaders on our team. I don't know who's the leader on your team. I feel like that's the biggest flaw right now.
And we started talking about the wide receivers, right? And we don't have any of them. We don't have one. We don't have even one that is like
a leader.
And I'm trying to tell you, when you started talking about their numbers, their numbers is trash because they are trash. Yeah. They are, as a group, they are trash. I'm sorry, Johnson, always messing up. So now let's talk about this last game. So he dropped the pass because he catches the ball and then he doesn't finish. Like, how about you protect the ball? How about you know that you got to get up with the ball? How about you protect the ball? It's just being unprofessional because you got to do your job and do it right. So you drop the touchdown. You know, these games are close.
Yeah.
That could have been the game. I'll fire them. I'll kick them out of the team though. If I'm coaching or general manager or whatever, anybody like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you got to move on from that. Just like the Broncos guy Jerry Jeudy, same vibe. Right. They just don't see it the same. They're just more into themselves and not a team.
That doesn't work.
No,
you're not gonna win like that. You know what I'm saying? And then what happens the next play? Warren fumbles. Warren, who doesn't fumble. Warren never fumbled. Yeah. Warren is like the best offensive player. It should be Pickens, but he's Warren.
As far as stats and performance, it's Warren right now, hands down.
Everything
hands down.
It's Warren, and he fumbles right, and then this guy is like walking, not doing anything, and then somebody picks the ball in front of you and
gone.
Bro, I'm surprised nobody put hands on him on the Steelers.
I feel like there was definitely locker room talk.
We're gonna move on.
But I don't want to move on just yet.
Be negative.
I do want to say, remember, Pickett was 15 for 28 for 100 and something yards, I think. Right. This game, he was 24 for 33 for 278 yards. That's pretty good.
Okay.
No touchdowns, no picks.
Good.
Bro, no touchdowns, no picks. For him,
that is...
Well, there's a lot of quarterbacks...
Elite. That's Hall of Fame for him.
Bro, there's a lot of quarterbacks that don't even hit that 278 mark.
He never does.
So...
He's one of them.
That's a good thing to see.
Oh, yeah.
First game without the offensive coordinator, right. He's putting up almost 300 yards,
I like
right?
what you're doing. We're shifting into the positive.
You have to, right? Because at the end of the day, you're a real fan, and I need to show you from my end over here, pause, what it necessarily looks like, right? So for me, Pickett started playing better. You know who else started playing better? Your fucking tight end. He had 9 receptions for 120.
Came back from injury. Last game, he was like shaky, and this game, he was balling.
I like that. You know why? If you get you a tight end, that could be the security blanket, which he's more than capable of. You get yourself a good running game with Warren. That makes everything so much easier for Pickett.
If you get consistency play from the tight end, and you get decency from Pickett's. I agree.
You notice what was a big difference, and then I noticed in this game, highlights that I was watching, and why Pat had a 120. You guys were attacking the middle of the field, which you guys have not been doing.
For the first time ever. The only times that I've seen that we attack the middle is like in some games that we're losing, because we always been losing. And then we're losing. Pickett's is, being trash. Receivers are messing up, and then lucky ass play. You know what I'm saying? Once land, or that's what happened a few times. Yeah. And then they go for like 60, 70, 80 yards. You know what I'm saying? And that saves the offense, and they saves Pickett's.
They'll be able to put a field goal or something up.
It looks decent. You know what I'm saying? It looks decent, but other than that, we never go to the middle.
Yeah.
So I agree. It's a something positive that he came back and that he's being active and that Pickett's trust him.
Yeah. I feel like at this point with you guys, it's more about figuring out who's going to be here next year. Who are we keeping? Right now, these next couple games, I know you guys are still in the playoff picture and all that, but that side's getting. If Buffalo Bills find a way to win these next couple games, they're back in the hunt. They're right back in there. If you guys happen to lose one, which you shouldn't, because you guys got an easy schedule, I think, going out. Other than the Ravens game, that might be the only one. But if you guys can win out, you guys are in the playoffs. It's time to prove and give an opportunity to these players who you're going to want to bring back next year. But some of these players might be losing some of their roles, bro. Like Pickens and Johnson. Sadly, those are your top 2 wide receivers, but they're not acting like it, bro. It's a chemistry issue there. There's something going on, and I can see it as an Eagles fan, not even a Steelers fan, and I can see the disconnect that you guys got going on there.
Well, it's going to be there's going to be no doubt after this season. You know what I'm saying? So there's going to be decisions made, and if you don't see any type of drastic improve, you got to get rid of him, bro. Because the defense, you know what I'm saying? You're just wasting that talent.
Yeah,
on defense.
You guys,
and you don't have a whole lot of players, but you have 2 or 3 players that are elite.
That's enough to
Hall of Fame, bro.
Yeah,
Hall of Fame. Hayward.
Oh yeah,
there's Hayward, the tight end, number 83. I always felt like, bro, I hate this guy. He sucks. That's Hayward's brother. So that's why he's on the team.
Why he's on the team.
Bro, this is the first time. One time he ran into a punt returner. Like he was blocking and he didn't run into. He ran through, I think, the punt returner.
Yeah.
So he tackled his ass. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I was like, who is this guy? Get him out. Like, all he's good for is
I don't like when teams be doing that. Like with the Bucks, not trying to get off topic to basketball, but the Bucks, they got like all the Antetokounmpos on the team.
Yeah, that doesn't work. Yeah.
Like way to keep they're doing that to keep the star player, which I understand, but like you should do what's best for the team and not what's best for the players on the team. You know what I mean? Like that was convenient for some of them. So
I agree.
I don't like
and
that
the
move.
thing is, like, other players are gonna feel some type of way.
Yeah.
They're gonna be like, wait.
Oh, he has special treatment. He's got a brother here now.
His brother sucked. If you know, you know. His brother sucked. Why is he here?
Yeah.
He's taking somebody else's spot.
Yeah.
And when you're playing to win, everything counts.
Yeah.
You messing up, even if you're the coach, the owner, general manager, the player, if you are messing up when you're not supposed to do, I'm gonna look at you funny, bro.
Yeah.
I hate you. We're gonna fight, or I'm out of here.
Yeah. That's wild, though,
That's how it is, though. That's how it is.
But
you know what I'm saying?
At the end of the day,
it's money, though. It's money. It's business.
You guys won by 6. 16-10.
Right.
I mean,
Boswell, one of the best in the league. That's what I think.
Yeah.
Watt, of course, one of the best in the league. So Harris, like I said, has improved. The first time we get 400 yards. As soon as you get rid of Canada, we get 400 yards. But still, they were losing. They were losing the whole game, right?
Yeah.
So then they came back. Now, Casey dropping interceptions. He got to go. Maybe we got to try somebody else. I've been saying that he got to go.
He's on defense.
Yeah, if you dropping interceptions, you know what I'm saying, going through your hands. So it's not that. This is not the first time that I'm talking shit about him. It's like every game.
So I agree with what you're saying, but you guys won. Is this the game that he dropped this pick?
2, but he be doing the whole season.
He got 2 picks in this last game? Damn.
One was a pick 6 for sure. No, but it's been the whole season, bro. Like,
yeah.
I don't know. He's a problem.
I feel like I said, this is the time to analyze and figure out who's going to be on this team going next year. You know what I'm saying? Because obviously you guys got some stuff to work on, some people to get out of that building, make some trades happen. You know what I mean? You guys got Claypool out of there. You guys got other people you're going to have to get out of there. But
so
you guys doing horrible drafting wide receivers right now.
Just to wrap it up, so number 17, Thompson, he made a big play. I already labeled him dirt, but now he moved up. He like trash now. For real. So he made a great play, interception. Yo, no, for real. I think it still
sounds like a what's the word I'm looking for? It's still
compliment.
No, it's the opposite of a compliment.
No, it is a compliment.
I know it's a compliment, but like when you say it just sounds like an insult.
It was 7-3 because, bro, it's hard for me to see number 17 with the Steelers colors messing up on the field, and I know he's gonna mess up because he's not, a real baller yet. But he was dirt. He made an interception. He was 7-3. That was one of the plays of the game. Now he's going to trash. Mad respect for Thompson, number 17, though. So that's crazy, though, because I already hated him. Yeah. He was almost in the KC or KC category. But now he's real. But then when they were, it was 16-7. And 2:51 left. Fourth quarter. You're about to seal the game. If you know, you know. You're about to celebrate. 16-7, 2:51. If you do what you're supposed to do, it's game over. If you do what you're supposed to, they have the ball though. So all you gotta do is not let them score in 2 plays. So the first play, screen to Mixon. Come on, bro.
And you know it's the backup quarterback, so they're not gonna throw that shit down the field. You should have been playing up. You know what I mean? Like
they did the whole game. They did the whole game. You know what I'm saying? That's a great point. Now, Brownie, I don't remember his name.
Yeah.
He played better than Pickens for the most part. He made one mistake, that interception to Thompson. Go back and watch the game. He made that mistake. That fucked him up, though.
Yeah.
But he played better than Pickens. Now, we were up 16-7, 2:51. First play of that drive, screen pass to Mixon. Now, the thing is not that they get 40 yards. When they're supposed to have the game, you know what I'm saying? They put themselves in a situation where you can lose the game or they can tie or whatever. You can lose, though. So, but the thing is, like, they had 10 men on the field. You about to lose a game. Like, this is not important. You're going to lose a game that you have in the bag, bro. So, not because of the players fucking up.
You get penalized for... Did they get penalized or they were just short of players?
No, they didn't, but, bro, they threw the screen pass to the left hook and curl / flat area. You know who we were missing? Somebody there. Damn. You cannot make this up. So the guy who was not there was the one who was supposed to be on that flat or hook and curl area. Damn. And they got 40 yards, so they easily the game could have been different. So you don't mess up because players are messing up. Players still messed up because, you know what I'm saying? First of all, somebody got to fucking count.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But the coaches are messing up or whoever's in charge, and you're going to lose a game. Bro, it's like you killing yourself. You putting this into... If you do that, like winning is hard enough, and the other team is trying to beat you up, physically, mentally, and you know what I'm saying, on the score, and you're gonna do it to yourself.
Yeah, self-inflicted wounds. Yeah, self-inflicted wounds.
Sounds like kids. I'm sorry.
No, you're good, man. I understand, bro.
I'm done. My bad.
You guys, those are ways that you can't do that in the playoffs. You can't do that versus good teams. You can't do that versus good teams.
You cannot do it in the regular season game. You just got lucky they won. You got lucky you beat the Bengals. Yeah. Watch this shit. The Bengals without their starting quarterback. Bro, I told you the Bengals were not going to even make the playoffs when they had an MVP quarterback. What do you expect from them now without the MVP? Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
You did say they weren't going to. Yeah, you did say that.
You know what I'm saying? So I really don't count the Bengals, the Joe-less,
the Joe Burless Bengals.
To be that nice, they're not. And they still almost lose the game. So, yeah, they won, but, bro, this shit is stressful.
Trust me.
They still in that trash. Sometimes they like aiming to that dirt. They still trash, bro. They still trash. If you know, you know.
They're between the trash and the dirt. They're like right there. What's that called?
They're like, we haven't
made a name for that yet.
But yeah.
They're the piece of gum on the bottom of the trash can that's on top of the dirt.
That's nasty though. That sounds like.
But talking about stress is perfect.
I thought you were gonna say talking about that. These Bills. I thought that's what you were gonna say.
We're going right there. Talking about stress though, man. This last game, Bills at Lincoln Financial versus the Eagles, bro. There was a lot that went into this game
in the rain.
And it was cold. I have, obviously I got a good friend of mine, Sean. He's a big time Bills fan.
Right.
But I told him when the schedule came out that this week specifically it's going to be a rough week for us because one of us was going to be upset. Right. We talked shit all week up until the game.
I know.
I was invited to his house to watch the game. So that's even crazy. We watched the game together at the house. Eagles start off super slow. It looks like Josh Allen, they're about to run away. 17-17 halftime. Sean starts getting cocky with me. You know, he starts saying, "Oh, that big bitch," and he starts saying that, you know, Josh Allen is the best quarterback in the league.
So he was acting like the Bills were acting on the field.
Yeah. He was acting a fool, bro. Like, I'm not gonna say a fool because he wasn't jumping up and down nothing, but I can tell based on the conversation and the smart comments he was making that he was trying to make a point that Josh Allen is better than Hurts because they put up the stats. He's a real
fan, though. He is a real fan.
They put up the stats on the screen. They said Jalen Hurts 33 yards. He had 1 interception, and then Allen had like 200 yards and a touchdown, 2 touchdowns, some shit like that, bro. Rushing touchdown. I was like, we both look at the screen, and me and Sean look at each other, and then he made a smart comment talking about, oh, you know, Josh Allen is the best quarterback. So I said, hey, it's a tale of 2 halves. All right? I'm not gonna sit here and get upset.
We should know this by now.
We should know this, all right? Because I seen it happen last week. I have hope and faith. We're in the same position now that we can do it when we come back out. There's something about the Eagles in halftime that when they come back out and make an adjustment, they fucking run them. They run them out the building. You know what happened? It was 17-7. Eagles came through, bro. I think it was right after the half. I'm gonna make sure I got this correct. Right after the half, boom. We make them punt. Oh no, that's first quarter. Sorry. Let me go halftime. Okay, here we go. So we get the ball, they make us punt. I was like, fuck.
Right. Bad start.
We're down 7-17 and we had to punt the ball. They came out here and played some really good defense. So we had to do that. So next thing you know, they drive down the field and Jalen Carter, rookie of the year, blocks the field goal.
Right.
We get them the 4th and something and we make them kick a field goal from 39 yards out. Right. And Jalen Carter puts his hand up and blocks that. That was a crucial part in the game. So you know what happens after that?
All season.
The Eagles get the ball. So we get a crazy play like that, and the Eagles get the ball. We come down the field, 7 plays for 62 yards, touchdown.
You know what happened after that? That he scrambled with the throw it to like double coverage over the top.
This one was crazy, no. This was the one to AJ Brown where they ran an RPO and Swift went this way. Or not Swift, sorry. Swift went that way. Hurts came out. The tight end, it went to the right. And then AJ Brown cut to the corner post, and then he was wide open because everybody came up. They thought Jalen was going to run it in, and Brown was sitting back there beautiful by himself.
It's too many distractions.
Yes, too many options.
Too many distractions for the defense. And it's like almost like that Lamar effect.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. I hate saying this stuff like that.
And you know what's crazy? It was 17-7. We score. We make it 14-7. We're only down 3. Only down 3, fucking 11 plays, 70 yards later, Josh Allen to fucking Stephon Diggs touchdown. Now we're back down 10 again. I'm like, yo. So going into the 4th quarter, we're down 10 points. You know what happens after that? Jalen Hurts hit Devontae Smith for a 15-yard touchdown. It was 9 plays, 75 yards. We go down, boom, touchdown. So far,
Smitty.
Halftime came, we had to punt the ball. We blocked the field goal. We scored a touchdown. They scored a touchdown, then we scored a touchdown. Then we picked the ball.
Right.
When we had that interception, that was huge. That was huge for us. We got that interception by Bradbury. Next thing you know, what we do? 4 plays. Touchdown to Zacchaeus. This is the one to Zacchaeus. I know you've seen that one. That's just been all over. That was one of the most beautiful passes I've ever seen Hurts throw. Literally coming out to the left on his weak side. You know what I mean? He's not even throwing. He's not a lefty, so he has to turn to throw the ball. Man, while 2 defenders closing out, he gets that ball in the air and he threads the fucking needle, bro. There was 2 defenders in the end zone, bro.
Right.
They were right in front of Zacchaeus. He put it right here to where it just went right over the hands of the Buffalo Bills defender. And Zacchaeus caught it. Perfect. Touchdown. Oh my God, bro. I almost did a backflip. I almost did a backflip, bro.
That play was was probably one of the best plays of the week.
Oh, what? Oh, man.
For sure.
After that game, when I came home, I sat here and watched that play like 10, 11 times back to back on Instagram. I was like, damn, I just kept replaying it because I was like, oh, wow.
And here's the thing. Is the threat. I just said it. It's that Lamar effect. You know what the defender is doing? Freaking out. The defense, his man is here, and he's there running. And even though he got 2 people trying to hit him, he's like, he might run it. He might run it. You know what I'm saying? And then when he throws the ball so perfect, the defender then has to react. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're already playing behind because you are always guessing. You know what I'm saying? That shit is not fun.
It's not.
That's what happened.
That's what
happened. You see the defender like, oh, my God, he's going to run it. Oh, my God, he's going to throw it. And then when he throws it, the wide receiver went up and made a play. That's what you're supposed to do.
That's what you got to do. That's what you got. At the end of the day, that's what you got to do. And then, so the score was 24 for them. They scored a touchdown. It was 31. And then they were up. It was 31-28. 31-28. And the Eagles came down and hit a 59-yard field goal.
Now
in the storm.
That's
rain.
the play of the weekend.
What?
That's the play of the weekend.
By the way, Jake Elliott just got, for the third time this year, special teams player of the week, by the way. A kicker got that, which, I mean, it's special teams, so I understand. But
play of the weekend, for sure.
Bro.
That was a play right there.
That shit went in. When that went in, pause, I was like, we're going to win this game. Right? Definitely. Because right. I was like, yo, this is it. Like, if we miss this, that's it. That's game. They get the ball back. You know, great. It was a hell of a game. I would have been happy. I would have left upset because we lost, but I would have been happy with the performance, right? We hit the fucking field goal and go to overtime. Guess what happens in overtime?
They get the ball.
Brandon Graham comes out with the other two captains from the Bills. They flip the coin. Brandon, they get it, and they said they want to receive. Brandon Graham said, what'd he say?
It don't matter.
It don't matter.
It don't matter.
It don't matter.
Lose.
Our defense played a hell of a fucking game in overtime. They forced them to just a field goal and don't let them score the touchdown, because if they score a touchdown, they win.
Okay, but let's go back. You know, they were kind of like celebrating before winning the game.
Yeah, I know because Stephon Diggs was doing this shit.
Yeah, he was doing the Eagles, and then we know Allen was always gonna talk too much or more than he needs to throughout the game. And who was the other guy though? The other receiver, Davis? Is it
Gabe Davis?
Gabriel? He was also, dancing and celebrating when the game, bro.
The game wasn't out over,
bro. Like I don't want to dance. I don't want to score. I want to win.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't want to tackle. I want to win.
Yeah.
So if you're not focusing on that, I'm already questioning you.
Yeah.
First of all, don't you know that you can still lose the game
with the whole minute and some shit left?
I'm gonna look at you funny as a teammate. I'm gonna be like,
yeah,
bro, let's come on, let's get this win, bro, yeah. And then you can celebrate. Then you can talk if you want to talk. But you don't have to because you win. But if you want to talk after you win. That works. Yeah. But now, what happened in that last drive? Bro. Why did they kick a field goal? Because Allen and his wide receiver were not in the same page.
They could have won that game.
One of them messed up.
Yeah, we can't forget that. They could have won that game.
One of them messed up. So
I don't know who to blame. I would just blame both of them.
But they lost. So at the end of the day, it doesn't matter who it happened. What matters is like they lost the game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that was a key play, because if you got to go for a field goal and then you're gonna kick the ball to the Eagles with their offense,
you should know, man. And you know what's funny? When they kicked that field goal, Brandon Graham was talking shit to the line. He was right when they were gonna kill the field goal. He was like, "Oh, we're gonna win this game. You guys must not know about Hurts."
Right.
He was talking shit. He said, "We about to come down and score." Like, he was telling them, "We about to win this game. Yeah, y'all fucked up. Y'all should have scored a touchdown."
He believes that, and everybody on the team believes that. That's scary.
And what'd he do? My man Hurts comes down, bro. They try to do a zero. It's called a zero empty, I believe. Where
zero blitz.
Yeah. So it's like it's all man on man, and everybody else is coming downhill.
Once again, I'm sorry. The options. So many options and so many distractions. Bro, the defense is like, oh, my God. Look at Swift.
Yeah.
Bro, it would be scary for anybody. Damn, look at this other guy. Damn, look at, you know what I'm saying? Like, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
You feel me? It's too much.
So
too many weapons.
So Swift set that up because all game we've been running that scheme where we tried it a couple times, didn't work with the QB draw, where we line up, we see who everybody's at, and we send Swift over. He lines up, so now we see what defense they're running. So we tried it a couple times, it didn't really work like we wanted it until this time right here. And sure enough, bro, they all baited on Swift. So when Swift went out there and we hiked the ball, the linebacker started leaning over to his side, thinking that it was going to be a screen pass. And you know what Hurts did? Kelsey came out, pancaked the left edge rusher that was coming, and he literally, Jalen Hurts got that hole and walked right into the touchdown, bro.
I know some players were saying, some people were saying like, oh, this guy could have tackled him, this guy could have tackled him. Bro, when that dude is running full speed, straight downhill, somebody's going to get hurt.
Yeah.
Somebody's going to get hurt. Yeah. I don't think they want to really risk their bodies in that moment. Because he's going to score anyway.
Yeah. And you know what happens?
Unless you're about that life.
Yeah.
Unless you're about that life. You're not just going to try to, fuck him up and fuck yourself off.
Yeah.
In that position. So I know what people are saying, that it looked kind of like they could have hit him. But, bro, You see somebody like that.
Or he might have not been going full speed, but he was running hard.
When I mean full speed is like he's gonna run through something that comes to him. Yeah. The thing is like they didn't have an angle. They could have tried to make contact, but it was not going to be enough to stop. Angle.
He would have broke the field either way. You try to grab him, he would have just
definitely. Yeah. But the other players could have looked bad.
Yeah,
trying to do something. I think that dude was going to score regardless.
Yeah,
he was just going, and that boy, he's nice.
So. Obviously, guys, you guys know we're trying to fit in 2 weeks of games here, and obviously our predictions. So I'm going to wrap up here with the Eagles-Bills. Hell of a game. I don't got no regrets. And to all my buddies,
it was a great week. The Ravens won, but other than that,
don't talk shit on the Eagles if you ain't ready to take the heat. That's all I'm gonna say. I got a couple friends to get in their bags because
what are you talking about?
It just what
it's all love. It's all love.
I know it's all love, but some feelings sometimes get hurt, even though it's football. But at the end of the day, I love you guys, and it's the Eagles, baby. Like this is what we do. If you play us this year, I'm gonna talk shit all week. I don't care who you are. All right, I'm just gonna put that out there.
We know.
I'm going to talk my shit because the Eagles are that team, all right? Talking about the Eagles.
I don't know about that, I guess, for now.
Actually, we'll move on to the we'll just go over real quick to the Steelers, see who you guys play this week, get your prediction on that.
Trash. Me see. They played
you played the Cardinals.
Dirt.
Oh, okay, so that should be an easy one. I got you guys.
Dirt birds.
The Cardinals did beat the Cowboys, though, so just be careful.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. Yeah. But you guys should beat that. If you guys lose to this team, we should just stop talking about the Steelers the rest of the season. You guys better not lose to this team.
That's what we say every week, and they still lose. So
no, I didn't say that. I never said that. But this game right here, y'all can't lose this game.
They play the Titans. They could have lose to the Titans.
I think the Titans are better than the Cardinals, though.
Everybody's better than the Cardinals, other than the Panthers,
the Giants,
the Patriots, the Giants.
Yeah,
same dirt. Or maybe below dirt.
Well, some of them got minerals. Some dirt got minerals in it, you know what I'm saying? And Fossils, yeah. There you go.
We got to come up with something.
We got to come up with another name.
Yeah. So I think the Cardinals are right there.
So what's your score prediction for this game?
I'm going to go with something like 28.
Oof, you haven't hit 28 in a long time this season.
28-13.
I'm going to go 14-3. It's going to be another one of those games.
Wow.
14-3. Y'all defense is pretty good. They're off, but Kyler Murray is back. So, you know what? I say 14-7. You guys win. 14-7. Wow. You guys win by a touchdown.
This is a game, like, honestly, I'm not watching it, y'all. Like, there's other better games. I'm only going to watch it because I want to see, because when I watch these games, I'm kind of like looking at them sometimes like film. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Just so I can really know that it's not me as
tripping.
A fan.
Yeah, and then you
realize. I don't want to be like a fan. I'll be like, oh, no, they. So I do that. So I might watch it because, just to watch some film.
Give it a breakdown.
But yeah, there's a lot of teams and better games. So
yeah, there's definitely better games. Like tonight. Tonight is Thursday. We're recording Thursday. This will probably be out Friday night. It's Thursday, and it's Cowboys, Seahawks. Who you got?
I'm gonna go with the Cowboys. I think the Seahawks can win, and it will not surprise me that if they win, because the Cowboys a lot of times they kill themselves.
Yeah.
If the Cowboys play the way that they're supposed to do and play their best, the game is at the
7
Dallas,
o'clock.
right?
Yeah, the game's about to start in 13 minutes.
So
in Dallas, yeah,
they should win. They should win. If not,
what's the score?
I'm gonna go like something like 30-24.
Yeah, I was thinking 30 for Cowboys. Probably gonna say 21 for Seahawks.
If the Cowboys,
maybe 14.
If the Cowboys lose to the Seahawks, they're not even.
What
top
if they? What if they
not
barely
top three
win
in the NFC?
What if they barely win by a field goal?
No, the Seahawks are decent, so that can happen. They don't have to dominate, but if they lose, then you're not a contender. You're not a top 3 team in the NFC.
I agree.
Of course, you're not top 3 in the
league,
but
you're not top 3 right now. In the
NFC,
league.
you're not. You are irrelevant. You're not going to be trash because you will destroy the Steelers if you play them, just like the Broncos. So you're not trash, but yeah, you are not. You're definitely not.
All right. So the last game here before we wrap it up. 49ers, Eagles, NFC. We had the Super Bowl rematch. We got an NFC Championship rematch.
The best game in a long time.
We got the best schedules, man. And we've been so far handling our business. So this is going to be by far the hardest and best game of the season.
Chiefs, Eagles was a good game. Bills, Eagles was another great game. This should be fire. This should be fire.
Wow, I'm so excited, bro. I can't wait to watch this damn game.
This should show us for real what's up.
Yeah.
I think this is the game of the season because in the AFC, even though things have changed a little bit, I had the Chiefs all the way. I always say the Chiefs. The second team, I always said the Ravens. You know what I'm saying? But I always thinking the Chiefs are gonna make it to the Super Bowl. In the NFC, there's some doubt for whatever reason. You know, there's more doubt, or there has been more doubt throughout the season. So this game is gonna be like, okay. Who's going to be from the NFC is going to show up?
I think right now, and this is, a lot of people won't believe I actually believe this, but I feel like the San Francisco 49ers and Eagles are right now in the same tier until after this game. After this game,
right.
One of them is going to break through and stay on top, right. And then the other one will stay where they're at. But right now, I feel like even with us being 10-1 and they're 8-3, when they're full powered, they haven't lost a game, I don't think, yet without their full, everybody. Right. And so far, everybody should be playing for the Eagles. So we'll see. But the Eagles are also undefeated at home. And, they lost that Jets game away. That was just a horrible game for us. But I don't know. I feel like this is going to be a hell of a game. And I don't know if it's going to be a high-scoring game, but it could be because the Bills had a good defense. Not like the 49ers, but we still put up 37 on them. So I still feel like we'll put up 24 or more on the San Francisco.
You say that they're right here, and
whoever wins will take that next step.
Because of that, I will pick the Eagles because I feel like the Eagles are the team that is really going to play the way that they can play.
Dude, if we had our full game?
I don't trust the Niners. And like you said, those weapons, they haven't lost. But think about it. I always say the Eagles are stacked. Are the Niners stacked or what?
They're
stacked. They can take half of the team and send in somebody else, and they still going to have really good, players. So both teams are stacked. So when you have two teams like that, what is the thing that is going to differentiate them?
Yeah.
What is it? What do you think?
To me, I feel like it's the quarterback play.
Number one. That's what I would say. But there's another thing that I will always, I'm always going to put a lot of value on that.
Wins.
Other than coaching.
Wins.
Experience. And now here's the thing. The Niners have a lot of experience.
They lost in the Super Bowl too versus the Chiefs.
Right. They have that experience, right? But I think they have more experience being in big situations and coming up short.
Yeah.
The Eagles, they don't have a lot of those. No. You know what I'm saying?
Hurts has only lost 2 games if you're not counting the Super Bowl in the last 2 seasons.
Right.
So that alone should tell you,
So the Niners, Purdy, and Coach Shanahan, they haven't shown me, not even once, the game that matters, boom, I'm going to make it happen.
Yeah.
And I know Hurts didn't win the Super Bowl last year, but he made it to the Super Bowl.
Yeah. And he outplayed the quarterback. Even though we lost, he outplayed. But
he balled out. Yeah. Everybody knows that he balled out. So it's a different situation. But when it really, really matters, the 49ers or Coach Shanahan or Purdy or not even all those other great players, all those weapons, they haven't shown me that they can do it.
So what was your score again? What are you calling?
I'm going to 30-26.
30-26, and I said, I think we put up 24. I think it'll be a 24-20. 24-20, I think.
Okay.
24-20 for this game. But yeah, man. So with that being said, we look forward to the 49er-Eagles game. I'm going to try. I probably won't be able to. If I'm tailgating at the house, I will try to go live like I planned to do a few weeks ago. But, I just was not feeling well. I was not up for the challenge. But I think I will be able to do it this week, which I got 2 things over here I'm trying to give away. But, yeah, 49ers, Eagles, you guys know how we riding. We got the Birds winning. We got the Steelers winning next week, hopefully against the Arizona Cardinals. And we'll be back next week for episode number 16, I believe. Yeah, it'll be episode number 16 next week. Again, another milestone for us. We're very happy to make this content for you guys. We enjoy our podcast, and we love talking shit. So hopefully next week we can get somebody on and talk some shit on that 49ers game so we can you know what happened? It's not good to ask somebody to come on after they lose.
Right.
They're not going to like. I don't think Sean's going to want to come talk to Bills because he's just going to talk about how the refs won the game and all this.
He's going to be salty.
He's going to be salty. So
shout out to my boy Matt White.
Shout out Matt.
And maybe he can come in. He's a Cowboys fan.
Oh, that'd be perfect because we play the Cowboys. We play the Cowboys after.
And he knows his stuff though.
We'll have to link that.
He's 100% real.
Yeah,
he's scary real. Let's put it that way. He's scary real. So he's thinking about maybe today could be a trap game for the Seahawks.
It could be.
But if they do what they're supposed to do, they should beat the Seahawks. Yeah. If not, they're out of.
If not, I don't want to hear anything. I don't hear anything about the damn Cowboys.
They're done.
Yeah,
I feel like they're done. So
they'll still make the playoffs, but yeah, definitely they'll be done. But all right, man, we will see you guys next week. Thank you for listening and watching. We are the Steagles Podcast, where we talk
all Steelers,
all Eagles, all NFL. We love you guys. God bless you. We see you next week. Come on, Go Birds.